A determined woman takes on the Old West, an eccentric couple stumbles into parenthood, and after 50 years, the Beatles set sail on the big screen once again. I'm Bill Newcott, film critic for the Saturday Evening Post. All that and more on this week's podcast, Movies for the Rest of Us.
Oh, I'm a painter.
A painter?
Yes.
Darling, I didn't mean to be presumptuous, but you do have that certain look.
What look is that?
Look at someone filled with good intentions. Western Missouri can be lethal.
The Wild West is no place for a woman, or so they tell Brooklyn painter Catherine Weldon, played by Jessica Chastain, in Woman Walks Ahead. Of course, she ignores everyone's warnings, hops on a train, and heads to Dakota Territory. There she's determined to get Chief Sitting Bull, played by Michael Greyeyes, to sit for a portrait.
You're not good at keeping still, are you?
Shoot me. Then I will be still.
Sparks fly, of course, and not just from the campfire. Sam Rockwell is perfect as a racist but conflicted officer, and Bill Camp is infuriatingly charming as a duplicitous army bigwig.
No terrible things have happened here in the past. I'm just here to paint a painting.
So, how long have you been Ant-Man again?
Not long. It just sort of happened.
In the next few weeks, moviegoers will be flocking to see Paul Rudd starring in Ant-Man and the Wasp. But you will be the grown-up in the room who opts to enjoy Rudd and Steve Coogan in Ideal Home, which is nothing less than an odd couple for our time.
We can make individual sformato.
Come on! Sformato and Limoges? Aren't we gay enough?
Rudd and Coogan play a sadly mismatched, constantly bickering, but hopelessly in love couple, living a self-indulgent lifestyle in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Coogan plays a cable TV star, something of a gay Martha Stewart.
He's like the gay Butch Cassidy, except not Butch.
And Rudd is his ever-exasperated producer.
Do this at home?
Oh no, we don't get along this well at home.
Into their glittery universe drops Coogan's grandson, whose ne'er-do-well dad has just landed in prison.
This is your grandson.
You have a grandson?
It's unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, look, I've had no work done.
Ideal Home has all the expected messages of true meaning of a family, but the true fun comes from watching these clueless guys sincerely but hopelessly try to apply themselves to fatherhood. For 2 generations, the Beatles' hallucinogenic Yellow Submarine has been confined to the home screen. Now for the film's 50th anniversary, the animated lads are setting sail in theaters nationwide. Disney was the only big-screen cartoon game in town in 1968, so absolutely nobody was prepared for the mind-blowing impact of this Peter Max-inspired kaleidoscope of blue meanies, apple bonkers, and acid-laced imagery. Find out if it's showing near you on the website yellowsubmarine.film. If you don't see Yellow Submarine on as large a screen as possible, you're nowhere, man.
It's all in the mind, you know.
My dad once said to me, tragedy has a way of defining people. Cripples some people till they curl up into a ball. Oh my God, what have I done?
Hello, Mr. Kennedy.
Mr. Kennedy.
On July 18, 1969, Senator Ted Kennedy's car plunged off a bridge in Massachusetts, drowning a young woman named Mary Jo Kopechne and killing any hope Kennedy had of becoming president. Jason Clarke plays Kennedy in Chappaquiddick, director John Curran's straightforward telling of the incident. This version doesn't make any excuses for Teddy, but it also refuses to paint him as an outright villain. The film's most powerful moments belong to Bruce Dern as Teddy's dad, Joseph, who, while crippled by a stroke, has lost none of the heartless mean streak that scarred all his sons.
I just don't know who I am.
The scalding father-son scenes make you wish Teddy would give his dad a quick ride downstairs.
5, 4, 3.
All it takes is faith and trust, and just a little bit of pixie dust.
Walt Disney's Peter Pan is marking its 65th anniversary with a new Blu-ray disc, and for many of us, this tuneful, colorful take on J.M. Barrie's tale of the boy who won't grow up remains the definitive version.
Peter Pan!
The feisty Wendy was voiced by a young actress named Catherine Beaumont, and if she sounded familiar to audiences in 1953, that was because she'd played the lead role in Disney's previous animated feature, Alice in Wonderland.
But then, you can't stick it on with soap, Peter. It needs sewing. That's the proper way to do it.
I was right under Disney's nose because I was working on Alice in Wonderland. I was about the same age as Wendy, so that was good. I also had the English accent, and that was something else they needed.
Being so deeply involved in this creative process of creating animated films, did you find kind of like the magic taken out of it?
I think I was always immersed in the magic of it. I was very familiar with Disney's work, having seen so many of his films already. So I was sort of in awe of Walt Disney. And I was a little nervous about meeting him. And I can recall distinctly, he had me sit next to him on the couch. He sat me next to him with the book and started talking about the book. And we discussed it. I forgot about my nervousness and felt the comfort in knowing that he was just very easygoing with me. Walt Disney seemed very much a part of the process. If we had a problem or the directors weren't quite sure about something, they would call and say, well, let's bring Walt down and see what he thinks. And sure enough, he'd be down in about 5 or 10 minutes.
Well, that's our podcast. For more on the movies, come to SaturdayEveningPost.com/movies. And for all my reviews, interviews, and videos, come to my website, moviesfortherestofus.com. For the Saturday Evening Post, I'm Bill Newcott.